Find me, you can never hold me. Swear you'll never own me. Baby, are you lonely? Try me, tell me how do you feel. Do you wanna love me? Baby, I'm so lonely.
Is it finally possible to DJ wirelessly? A lot has changed in the world of DJing in recent years, and manufacturers are really trying to make portable and especially wireless setups. The goal here is to get rid of the hassle of cables and to make your DJ experience seamless and easy. So today we're taking a look at AlphaTheta's very own portable wireless all-in-one DJ solution, featuring the Omnis Duo DJ controller, the Wave 8 portable speaker, and of course, the HDJ F10TX headphone. Aside from the stunning gear that has a bunch of cool features, AlphaTheta has come up with their very own latency-free audio transmission technology called SonicLink. And SonicLink makes DJing wirelessly possible, which Bluetooth so far has not really been able to do. So first of all, we're going to do a quick run through of the basics of this gear, the controller, the speaker, and the headphone. Then we will talk about the SonicLink technology. And then we'll have a little chit chat with our DJ about actually using AlphaTheta's all-in-one portable DJ setup. Now let's get started looking at the Omnis Duo DJ controller. The Omnis Duo is this battery-powered portable DJ controller in navy blue. It has this nice sleek matte finish, so it looks and feels expensive. The Omnis Duo is a standalone device. That means you don't need an extra laptop or software to use it. Battery life is about 5 hours and charging time is about 3 hours. And for extra portability, you can purchase a bag made specifically for the Omnis Duo separately. Now let's take a closer look at the hardware. We have a USB port for power supply, an SD card insert, a USB port, and a USB port to connect a laptop or PC. Here on the back left side, we have our Master 1, then we have 2 RCA outs, which can be used as either booth or as Master 2, which we need for SonicLink later, and we have 2 mic inputs. And on the front towards us, we have 2 headphone outs. And now let's look at the top of the controller. First of all, we have 2 smallish 2.7-inch jog wheels on either side. Then we have a mixer section with 2 channel faders, an EQ section, gain knobs called trim here, color FX, which can be used for effects or also for EQ. Then we have the beat FX section. These beat effects can be controlled on the touchscreen. And parallel to that, on the left side, we have our headphone section. And at the heart of the controller, we have a 7-inch touchscreen display, which is where we will be adjusting most of our settings. On the bottom of the controller, we have 8 pads for cues each and pitch faders. These are quite small, but they work very well. And our typical shift, cue, play, pause button. For each of the decks, we also have beat jump buttons here right above the jog wheels and beat loop knobs that we can use to set loops and change their lengths. Now looking at the top left corner, we have our microphone controls. Now one quick highlight that I want to mention here is that the beat effects that we actually have inside of this controller, we can also use to put effects on the microphones. On the top left, we also have this Bluetooth section, which you can use to pair your controller to other devices. And the Bluetooth connectivity is pretty cool because it actually has a Bluetooth out too. So you can send audio straight from the Omnis Duo to any Bluetooth speaker, but not without latency, of course, which is where SonicLink will come in later. And with this knob, we can browse our tracks, or if we're in performance mode like we are now, we can zoom in and out, and we can load songs onto deck 1 and deck 2. When you turn on the controller, the first thing you'll see is this launcher screen. From here, you can choose your sources, you can browse tracks, you can search for tracks, go find tag list, and go search for playlists. You can also choose waveform mode or performance mode, and then you have settings and utility. Let's take a closer look at waveform/performance mode. Now, as you can see, I only have 1 track loaded in here right now on deck 1, but that's totally enough to just show you some basic features: jog mode, quantize, and slip mode. Down here on the bottom, we have some basic infos that we're going to need to know. One last cool feature I want to mention in waveform or performance mode is this rec button here. With this, you can immediately start recording and it'll record your entire set that you're playing. This is a speaker that shall make your DJing not only wireless, but also very portable and great sounding, of course. The Wave 8 speaker weighs 12.7 kilograms, which is a lot, but it has a retractable handle and wheels on the back as well. So you don't actually have to carry it, you can roll it around. If you do want to carry it around, there's also a side handle right here. The Wave 8 has a built-in rechargeable battery, which takes about 4 hours to charge, and it has a battery life of about 6 hours, which should be enough for quite some party. It has a pole mount on the bottom, and it is water resistant, thanks to water resistant covers on all electrical ins and outs. Now looking at the technical aspects, we have a 1-inch tweeter on top and an 8-inch woofer on bottom. On the back of the speaker, we have the rear terminal. Looking at the operations panel from left to right, we have the power button with battery indicator on top. Here we have the volume knob with a limit indicator, a SonicLink button, a wireless link button, the Bluetooth link button, and a channel select. So you can switch between playing back the left or right channel or both. And here on the right, we can switch our sound modes, depending on our environment and on our taste preference. Looking at the rear terminal from left to right, we have an aux-in and a power management button. When this is switched on, the power will automatically switch off after 20 minutes of not using it. Then we have two line-in combo jack inputs. Down here we have a mic input and a mic level. Above that we have mic EQ and a mic echo knob. Then we have a USB output to charge devices and a balanced XLR line out. Multiple units of the Wave 8 speaker can also be daisy-chained wirelessly as well, up to 8 speakers to be exact. I don't have another speaker here right now to show you that, but basically what you would have to do, you would have your second speaker and its transmitter, and you would put the second speaker's transmitter in the socket of the first speaker, and so on. And the max transmission distance is 15 meters in unobstructed locations. This is the HDJ F10TX. That's a whole tongue twister, but it's also the name of this professional wireless DJ headphone by AlphaTheta. It also includes the SonicLink technology, which will let you monitor your audio with only about 9 milliseconds of latency. In contrast, a wired headphone has about 5 to 10 milliseconds of latency, so between this and a wired headphone, you really cannot hear the difference. If you have this headphone, you have total freedom of movement behind the DJ booth or on stage. No more irritating cables. But now let's look at some of the specs. The HDJ F10TX is a closed-back over-ear headphone with an impedance of 32 ohms. It weighs about 350 grams. It comes with its very own SonicLink transmitter. It also comes with a 1.6 meter cable and an adapter if you do want to DJ with a cable. And then it comes with a charging cable, spare ear pads, and a little travel pouch. Charging time for the headphone itself is about 2.5 hours, and if you use it with SonicLink, you have a play time of about 9 hours. You can also use Bluetooth with this though. With Bluetooth, you have about 30 hours of playtime, but you also have that latency that you don't want. Now the last really important piece of gear that I need to mention that I don't have here today is the HDJ AZ by AlphaTheta. This is a 4-channel all-in-one professional DJ system, and it actually has its own SonicLink transmitter built in. Now back to the setup that we actually do have in the studio. SonicLink is AlphaTheta's very own low-latency wireless audio transmission technology. If you've ever tried DJing wirelessly with Bluetooth, you'll have noticed quite quickly that between pressing play on your deck and hearing the audio on your speaker, the latency is unbearably long. No more of that with SonicLink. But what's the difference between Bluetooth and SonicLink? Well, the most important thing you'll have to know is that even with newer versions of Bluetooth, you have about 34 to 200 milliseconds of latency. In contrast, with SonicLink, you only have about 15 milliseconds of latency, which is not audible. Now, when purchasing a Wave 8 speaker, the SonicLink transmitter automatically comes with it. This transmitter just needs to be charged and then connected to the RCA outputs on your controller. That means you can use this with any controller, but you can only use it with the Wave 8 speaker or with the HDJ F10TX headphone. Pairing is super easy. Press and hold the power and pairing button until it turns on, and then also press the pairing button on your Wave 8 speaker. Now that our speaker is connected to our transmitter wirelessly, let's see if it's really that latency free. And now it's time to welcome Alemiko to the studio. This is Alemiko, a DJ and live act from Berlin. Now for the purposes of this video, we do have this controller cabled up with a master out and a power cable, but that's only to ensure the best possible video quality. This DJ setup is functional wireless as well, using AlphaTheta's very own SonicLink technology, which is latency free. We have two transmitters. This transmitter is for the Wave 8 speaker, and we have another transmitter for the HDJ F10TX headphone. So can you tell us about one or two of your favorite features of this controller?
I really like the way you can do your settings straight from the beginning. You've got so many options to do different settings which you prefer for yourself, like the vinyl speed adjust, for example.
Oh yeah.
So you really got the experience like you're working with a very high quality gear. Whatever you are playing, you can decide if you want to go more into the microscopic little things and focus more on the little details, or if you just want to have a little fun with the controller and just perform a bit, so you can choose whatever you want to.
So what did you think of the headphone and the speaker, and how do they compare to other setups?
I really like how easy everything was to set up. You just gotta plug it in, switch it on, and it's connected. It doesn't take forever. You don't need to really understand how it works. It's very self-explaining and it's super easy to handle.
And what about the Wave 8 speaker? How many can you use live? 8.
And what I really love about those is that you can choose as what they are functioning. You can choose if they are used as a subwoofer. You can choose if you just use it for the heights. It's very nice that you can really go into the settings of the speaker itself. And you can take it everywhere. So if you're at the airport, you can just scoot with it around.
That's enough with the boring tech talk for today. Now let's hear a little set by Alemiko. That's it for today's video, and if you're interested in more videos about DJ gear, subscribe to DJ Lab.